Bitcoin has a big trouble for this cycle peak. What is that? What is the chart telling us? What is the insight? Today, I will give you the insight for free and click like, subscribe, share with your friend. Welcome to ymchannel. This channel is about trading strategy and money mindset. This channel is just for education purpose. We don't recommend any trade. So now we look at Bitcoin. This is a monthly chart. If we look at the RSI, basically, you can see each cycle top, the RSI will hit the top. But what is interesting is the peak of the RSI is actually going down, down, down. It's getting lower and lower and lower for each cycle. For example, the first cycle, when they hit the peak here, the first RSI is 99.56. The second cycle, when they hit the peak here, the RSI is 97.44. And the third cycle here, when they hit the peak here, and the RSI is 96. And our last cycle, basically, when they hit the peak here, the RSI is 91.73. So what you can see is this is a monthly chart. You can see if we point from this point and line up to the second point, basically you make a straight line. The two cycle, they has hit this line and then they come back down. So I won't be surprised. Actually, we will do the same in this cycle. We will do the same in this cycle. And what is interesting is if you look into this line, let me draw a long trend line here. Basically, you can line up here. You can see what's going on. So we use so many candles here to be the support. So this trend line is very critical. And you can see what happened here now. We are under this trend line. We are under this trend line. So I would say it's very possible if Bitcoin cannot go above this trend line, basically you will form the peak around the last cycle. So it would be around 70 to 80. This it's okay to have a long wick, but the body will close to this last cycle peak, which is around basically around 70K. Is it possible to have a long wick to go to 80K? Yes, it is possible. But remember, we only count the body. Okay, we mainly count the body. And you can see also the last cycle is the same thing. They form a double peak, right? But of course, the peak, you can see here, the wick, the highest price of the wick is different, okay? Higher price of the wick. So I would say this one is very possible. We form a similar price body here, and then we will have a wick. But I would say as long as the RSI stay below this trend line, below this long trend line, remember this trend line basically is forming from this cycle, from 211. So this trend line is around like 14 years old, 14 years old. So it's a very critical trend line. So right now we are under this trend line. So as long as we go under the RSI, this trend line, I won't see they can go above this. So as long as we are under this, I would say they will form a similar price range with the previous cycle peak. Okay. So another thing I want to say is if they go above, then I would say okay, then it is possible they can create the new high. But so far I don't see the way. So far, I don't see the way, although they have the ETF, although they have a halving, but I don't see the way because they already dropped below this trend line. Although every single time people say halving can create a very crazy top, but you can see the momentum of RSI for the monthly chart. Each time is getting lower and lower and lower. What does it mean? Price go up, but RSI going down. But actually, it means this is divergence. The momentum is going down. Okay, what is interesting is you can also see the bottom is also going downward. You can see here. So which is very interesting. We are forming like a descending channel here. So we will need, so after this peak, basically we will need some time to do our consolidation, and then we will create another cycle peak. But so far for this cycle, I would say this is a triple top around this area. We will be struggle here. Okay, because usually this one, it doesn't take one time to get through. Usually it takes more than one trial, but so far we haven't closed to this line yet. Okay, remember this trend line is a very long time trend line. This trend line is from 2013 basically. You can see we use 2 candle to try, but it doesn't succeed. So I would say here, so they once they drop below, they haven't even tried to get close to this trend line yet. So it would take us some time to, if they touch it, they will come back down to struggle a little bit and then to go again up. Okay, so this is the update for the peak for the BTC. I know many people will forecast to have a crazy peak like over 100K or 200K or 1 million, but so far I don't see this one from the chart. I don't see it according to our side. I think it's quite struggling, although we have the ETF, but I don't think so. Okay, remember each time we have a news like for halving, but the RSI is getting lower and lower and lower. So I would think maybe it is different from what we expect. Okay, so this is the update today. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, and share with your friend, and I see you in the next video. Bye.